Black Panther, Oscar charity, and the dumbing down of humanity. Black Panther was more influential than Halle Berry, Spike Lee, and Martin Luther King Jr., even though it was a shitty movie. I also hated Aquaman, Thor Ragnarok, Winter Soldier, Ant-Man, and many and most others. So I'm not a racist. I just hate shitty movies. I think they should give Nobel Prizes out to every single race and gender, regardless of the science or the art that they are doing or not doing. Imagine how much we could do if logic, talent, and hard work were irrelevant. Changing the subject now, a white guy named Goethe once said, "Art should not be for the masses. Anyone who makes art for the masses is in error. Art is for the individual. When you cave to popular demands, you dumb down your shit. Family Guy is dumb shit." Caving to female empowerment. Fuck off. There's this whole thing going on about making females more intelligent and more powerful than males these days in movies. Wonder Woman, for example, in the Justice League movie, basically rolls her eyes, which is a sign of contempt. Rolls her eyes and says, I'm dealing with children, regarding the rest of the Justice League. Even though they hadn't really done anything that stupid at the moment, but fine. Then in Aquaman, Mira in general, there were all these moments, I can't name any in particular, where Mira was being condescending towards Aquaman as if he's an idiot, just a dumb guy. Stupid man, eh? Nicole Kidman was the man in Aquaman, and her loser husband, the lighthouse guy, was the woman. Which is fine, it's kind of silly to have a guy be so useless. But I guess that's the way it's been for women for a long time, so fine. As I said before, making a character smarter or more competent or more powerful does not make them a better character. And a lot of people don't like that about Superman, in fact. He's just too powerful. I think Superman's great, but fine. Holdo, Tico, they're more competent and more powerful than their counterparts, but they're terrible characters. Look how great Homer Simpson is. Look how bland Marge Simpson is. Making Thor more stupid than the Ghostbusters did not make the Ghostbusters amazing. Catering to popular demand doesn't even work. Giving a Black Panther to the Oscars doesn't make either of them look better. It makes both of them look worse, in fact. Throwing in hot chicks, car crashes, and a love story, and explosions, etc., all you end up with are the Fast and the Furious, or worse yet, a Christopher Nolan movie. Spielberg is kind of the godfather or grandfather of dumbing down movies. The boy and his blank template. From E.T. to Gremlins, and then to Transformers. You got E.T., a boy and his alien. Gremlins, a boy and his weird pet. A boy and his monster. Transformers, a boy and his car. It's cheap, it's recycled, it's designed to pull at your heartstrings, but it serves nothing. It just serves the popular masses, the sentimental. It's generic. It worked the first time, but it won't work every time. When you reject works of art or science because they do not have explosions or boobs, or minorities with explosions and boobs, those works of art and science go unseen, and we all suffer. Is it really going to go in that direction? It already has. How many great movies were not nominated for Best Picture this year? I can think of a number of them. Oh, Infinity War. But you know what? I can't even think of them because I haven't heard of them. Because I haven't seen them. I haven't heard of them because they're not given any publicity at all. Because they didn't have whatever the flavor of the month, the trend, whatever the average person wanted. They didn't have that, therefore they go. Art is for the individual, not the masses. You don't make art for everybody, for the common person. Otherwise you get bubblegum crap that dies. It goes away just as fast as it arrived. And our society will go away just as fast as it arrives if we keep acting this way. Some very quick art theory. There are a couple things known as the intentional fallacy and the effective fallacy. The intentional fallacy is the idea that an artist's intentions matter and should be considered when viewing or criticizing their work. The intentions. What was he thinking when he made that movie? I would say that having minorities or having a certain social agenda should be irrelevant when judging a work of art. When judging Black Panther, the question of whether or not it had black people should be irrelevant. The effective fallacy is the idea that if a work of art is praised and 1 million people like it, that makes it good. Or if a work of art is known by nobody, that means it's crap. Britney Spears had 1 billion followers and she sucks. I think we all know that. Bach was once nothing. That doesn't mean he was crap. Which brings me to another thing. Fame fluctuates. Britney Spears once had 20 million die-hard fans and now she's got probably none. Bach was once nothing and now he's bigger than ever, and he'll probably be world famous 1,000 years from now. You think even Elvis will be gone in 200 years? Fame fluctuates. 20 fans can become 20 million, and 20 million fans can become 20 or 0. You've never made it or not made it. Now with YouTube, you don't need to compromise anymore. We all can have relative immortality because our stuff will be there after we're gone, regardless. So we have that chance if we're aspiring to become the next Bach or the next Black Panther. We have the chance. We have just as much of a chance as Disney or any other corporation. It's a level playing field. You can now cast your pearls before swine. Great thinkers don't compromise. Copernicus was condemned for his discoveries. Socrates was killed. Them among many others. When you shoehorn X amount of trends into your art, it is a slippery slope. You end up like Roundhead Christopher Nolan. Kiefer Sutherland had a great, or whatever his character, Jack Bauer, great quote in the show 24, which I'll always quote. One of the greatest things I've ever heard. Never really watched the show, but the first episode he had a great quote. He says, "You know what the difference is between a bad person and a good person? A bad person didn't start out a bad person. They were originally a good person, but they made one tiny compromise. And then that compromise led to another one, and then to another one. And before they knew it, they became a bad person." I would say the exact same thing about movies and art and any kind of compromise. Bad art wasn't always bad. It started out good. You start out with a great movie, and before you know it, the producer says he wants his nephew to have a part in your stupid movie. And you say, okay. And then, next time, oh, well, they really want a car chase, Christopher Nolan. Okay, I guess we could have a car chase in Inception. However, though, Christopher Nolan can't even claim to be that noble, because I think he intentionally put the car chase in because he knew he would get more. Because he knew he would get more viewers. He just wanted a bigger audience. He learned his lesson from The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. He learned to put car chases and chicks in his movies, so that's why he had the car chases in Inception, as well as the stupid love story with the girl with the stupid wife. I forget her stupid name. She had a really dumb name too. My main point is, If only back in the day Black Panther was around instead of Martin Luther King Jr. Thanks for your time. Click like if you like. Comment, let me know if you like the pictures. And ring the stupid bell and all that.